Please enjoy this excerpt from Class 1 of Marine Weather University.
Now I would like to introduce my good friend and teammate in Marine Weather University, Chris Bedford, all the way across the country. I'm in San Diego. He is in Boston.
Hey, Peter, good to be here, and I want to welcome everyone. I think you'll find this to be an interesting course, a little bit different take. We're going to go back to the roots of meteorology and really dive into some of the science here. And today we're going to focus on clouds, because really I want you to think about using the best instrument that you have, which are your eyes. And clouds tell you a lot about what the weather is going to do. So we're going to talk about clouds and marine weather. And, you know, I've tried to design this course a lot like a university course. When you go to take a course in university, you know, each class builds on the first class. And so what we're going to be learning here today, I will be constantly referring back to throughout the course. So it's important that you understand these concepts, and hopefully I can provide enough information for you here that when I say, for example, altostratus clouds will be increasing at this point in the approach of a mid-latitude cyclone, you'll know what I'm talking about. So pay attention to the terminology, and hopefully you'll also walk away with some practical information here today. So let's dive right into it. Today we're going to talk about the importance of clouds, a little bit about how clouds form. You probably know some of the basics just from what you learned in school and also any reading that you've done, but you might find out a few other little tidbits here. And then we're going to talk about classifying and naming clouds. Where did that come from? Who was responsible for that? And then we'll talk about identifying clouds, and I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to tell the difference, for example, between a cirrocumulus and an altocumulus cloud. And as we go through that process, we're going to talk about sort of what each type of cloud means to your weather. So what does it mean to the wind that you'll be experiencing in maybe the next hour, or maybe the next 12 hours or 24 hours even? And so kind of how you can use the clouds to make a very general weather prediction for the short to sort of medium term. That's, I think, the bulk of it here. And the next class we go to is really gets down into the nitty gritty of winds around clouds. So pay attention here to which types of clouds cause the different types of wind, how immediate their impact is on your weather. And there's a lot of misinformation out there about clouds, but I'd say when I'm on site forecasting for a regatta, for example, the number one question I get is, hey, Chris, that cloud over there, what does that mean? And so I think hopefully you'll come out of this with a little bit of knowledge there.
Isn't it time you learn more about the weather? Join me, Peter Eisler, and veteran meteorologist Chris Bedford at Marine Weather University. Raise your weather IQ.